Hey, Trinice, how are
Hi.
you? You may be on mute right now. Hang on. All right, Trinice, let me
I think you're
unmute
still on
you.
mute.
There you go. One more time.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
there we go.
There you go.
I'm not a
Hello.
Zoom person.
I know it.
I
Well,
never do Zooms.
that's okay. I appreciate you for making this sacrifice for us.
That's okay.
And I have Sydney on board with us too. So, well, congratulations to you.
Yes,
I don't know
thank
if you
you.
formally met Sydney Brown yet. Go ahead, Sydney.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
Sydney. I'm doing
Nice to
good.
meet you.
I've been following you for years with your sunglasses, and I said I
Yes,
was going to
yes,
get a
thank you.
pair, and I'm just happy at what God is doing in your business. That's exciting.
Yes,
That's
very
right.
much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm picking her brain cells as much as I can here at Summer Investment. So she works for us as well. She's wearing a couple of different hats, maybe three or four, I don't know. So
That's
she's
great.
busy. She's busy doing her thing with our product development stuff. So, but hey, Trinice,
I have a 22-year-old daughter, and she doesn't know Sydney, but I'm just like, well, you need to do what Sydney's doing. Sydney is
right?
in stock. Sydney is doing her business, and she's
Oh
like,
my
Yes.
God.
Sydney. Yeah.
Options trading. She's just so I mean, I don't know if she recognizes the how far advanced she is, but I don't know. She's been going at this speed for a long time.
That's
We're excited to
awesome.
have her on board.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome.
thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you're swamped doing your stuff out there in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we love it. So hopefully we can make that work. Sydney, I was telling you about us potentially going out to Atlanta. This is a person who's going to make that happen. So
Yes. Okay,
I
nice.
have so many people. It's just like kind of overwhelming, but I have so many people who are asking me about options. And
right
even my sister, she's like, well, I want to be a part of putting the people together when Raymond comes to town.
there
So
you go. There you
we
go.
Oh
just
God.
started like 2 days ago, starting a list of people. So
Okay,
I know we're not going to wait for a whole bunch of people, but we want to
that's
make
right.
it good for when you do come. So we're
All right.
looking at possibly like beginning of October, but of course I'll give you weeks in advance notice so
Okay.
that you can come. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. In the
perfect.
part of town I need to be in because I know that's a pretty spread out city. So
Yeah, well, we're in my salon is in Sandy Springs, but which is about maybe 10-15 minutes from the city and also from
right.
Buckhead. So everybody knows
Okay.
Buckhead. I'm like two exits from Buckhead. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, we used to come out there and train a lot, so we're excited to come back that
Okay.
way
Yep.
Okay.
with that program. So that's good to hear. Well, Janice, we're here for some really good news.
Yeah.
And we've done some client testimonials before. Uh,
Mhm.
we've done them in the sense that, they're in the program, we do these amazing trades within the program and we talk about those. But one thing, Trinice, I think people fail to understand is once you join our shadow programs or get in our system, uh, not only we're helping to navigate you through good trades, but you're learning this stuff as well, right?
Absolutely.
So when you learn it, you have the opportunity to do this for the rest of your life. So can you kind of just tell us about, and you don't even have to get into the details of the exact
Yeah.
trade that you made,
Okay.
but the profit that you made and the experiences that you've had so far with the cyber investments.
I think one thing that you said that was very key was once you get into your program, you actually learn it and learn how to do trades on your own. And
Right.
so I have definitely been blessed by the trades that you have. And then it also empowered me to go start researching other stocks on my own. And so I would say in my industry, my hair industry, I only get paid for the clients that sit in my chair. And
Right.
after years of doing it, I'm like, I need something that's going to allow me to just sit at home in my office, drink my cup of coffee,
Right.
and earn income. And that's
Right.
something that,
Coffee.
oh, yes. Options has honestly allowed me to do that. And I thank God for your program because I never look at my appointment calendar with the salon anymore.
That's
Sometimes I make
amazing.
Wow.
Sometimes I make my money between 9:30 and 9:45, and I make enough for the whole month. So it's like I don't
Wow.
even care if clients
So,
schedule. I'm like, God, thank you. Okay,
so
this
that's
is what I
9:30
needed.
a.m. to 9:45 a.m.
That is correct. I
15
told my
minutes. I
clients
love it.
don't schedule appointments on my book at 9 o'clock because if you do, I'm going to at 9:25. I have an alarm on my clock. So if you are a 9 o'clock client, you already know for 20 minutes I'm out of the salon and I'm sitting in my car and
Oh
I'm
man.
doing what I do. And I've had days where I've profited 5,000. I've had days where I've profited 6,000. I've had days
Right.
where it wasn't so good. So I'm not going to act
That's right.
like it's all good.
That's
But
okay.
over the last couple of months, I've just been like, okay, let me just focus and don't do risky things. And
That's right.
so, but one thing I love about the stocks that you and Sydney and you guys give us is the fact that it's no stress. It's no
That's right.
stress attached to it because you're not going to put us in a position where we are like, oh my God, you got to stare at your phone. The
That's
stocks
right.
that you've given me have given me the most peace. The
That's
ones
right.
that I choose on my own,
Right.
they make me nervous. And they make
Right.
me very nervous. And
Yeah.
so yesterday I had the biggest day that I've ever had. It was a $15,000 day. I entered my trade on Friday around
Right.
3 o'clock. I had a break in my salon schedule, entered a trade, and then got by Monday morning, it had really done extremely well. And
Wow.
so I was jumping up and down. Like everybody in my family knows Raymond Brown and
Love it.
Cyber Investments. And I'm like,
Amazing.
listen, you're either going to get on board or you're going to watch me blow up. So I'm excited
I
about
love
your
it.
program, the monthly program. I'm definitely in it beginning October for the long haul. And
Okay.
and I'm just truly happy and excited for this program because I know it sounds cliche to say that something has changed your life, but for me, I was tired of doing hair and I am
Love it.
tired. And this is
Yeah.
my exit plan. And I hope that I
Absolutely love it.
can encourage as many women. There's a lot of women here in Atlanta who are super successful, but due to
Yeah.
the economy, they are losing their jobs. They
Right.
are sitting there stressed out and they don't know what to do. And so when they
Wow.
sit in my chair, I'm like, girl, relax. I got you. I got
I
something
love
for
it.
you. And if you're open-minded, then hey, I got the person that you need to talk to.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. So
Wow.
once you're in our ecosystem, we like to watch you develop, right, over
Yeah.
time. When they
Hmm.
come in and say, Raymond, I'm nervous. I've never done this before,
Hmm.
until they get to the point to where you are today. We want you to feel comfortable, even if it's a
Yes.
coaching session,
Yeah.
training, all the things that we do. And here in our area, people can literally come into the office. And if you ever down here, you come here
Yes.
and we put it on a whiteboard. We say, you don't understand. Well,
Yeah.
let me show you again. Right. So
Yeah.
we want to make sure you get it. And I'm telling you something, Trinice, you are the prototypical, this is what we were looking for at the very
Mhm.
beginning Summer Investments in 2016, right? It took
Wow.
us some programs and some products to get here, but hearing your story, we've heard these stories quite a bit, and we're excited. This is the end goal. When I say end goal, Trinice, I mean for the rest of your life, you can go
Mhm.
out in here and make money on the options market. Now, some people come in here short-sighted. They'll say, "Well, the program costs this amount. I got to hurry make that back," and that's all they're concerned with. I said, hey
Mhm.
guys, the educational piece, the comfort and knowing that we're going to hold your hand, coach you, and train you for like in the options program an entire year. That's one thing. And then on the portfolio side, we got you, over 3 years. So
Absolutely.
that's the bigger picture. And I always talk about that in our Pathway Q&As. I talk about the fact that we want to train you guys, teach you,
Mhm.
show you the way all so you can take this stuff and retire. Now, Trinice, I don't know what kind of trips you've been taking. Have you been on vacation much at all this year?
I use this as my year to grind. And so
Okay,
if I do
love it.
take a trip, it's just a very small trip because
Okay,
I'm
okay.
just focused on the build. This is like my season of building and
Okay,
planting
I love it.
seeds because when I go on vacation, I want to go for a month. I don't want to be
I
like,
love
oh,
it.
I went to
We have some option
Jamaica.
traders doing that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I see Sydney on the beaches and I'm just
Oh,
like, I'm trying to
oh
live
my
like
God,
Sydney, okay?
they
And
at
so
26. So
yes, exactly.
it's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I was
One thing
just
I
gonna
can say also is the tools that you guys have,
yeah,
all of the resources on your
right.
website.
Right.
Very, very powerful
Love it.
because when you don't have time, and I love the fact that you guys record everything, when you don't have
Hmm.
time to join the calls, you can actually plug in at your convenience. And I love the idea of going back and just listening to things over and over because sometimes when you listen to it one time, you could possibly miss something. And
That's all right.
so this was, I mean, I think you guys are doing an amazing job. I do have a someone that I referred in Memphis. And so she and her husband live right there. So I didn't
Okay.
know the address,
Okay.
but I told her to reach out to you on Facebook. She did it while she was in the salon.
Okay.
But I think that you guys are just, I mean, the whole entire program is going to set a lot of people free. It already has. And
I
I'm
love it.
inspired by, Raymond, I don't know if I ever told you the reason I did this in the first place.
No, tell me.
During the pandemic, I was an unemployed hairstylist, just like most of the hairstylists and
Right.
barbers. We could not go into the salons and barbershops. So
Right.
every time I would get on Facebook, I would see
Hmm.
your post and it would say, "Let's congratulate Kimberly. Kimberly just got $3,000. Let's congratulate this person." And I'm sitting there and getting my little unemployment check. And I'm sitting there
uh,
like, so
there's a
that's
way.
what made me do your options course. And
I
I
love
took
it.
a break for a little bit. And then in 2025, I came back and I'm
Love
like
it.
fired up. Yes.
I absolutely love it. Hey, I always tell people we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing what
Mm-mm.
we're doing. I'm gonna tell you also, Trinice, we've been dancing off the same sheet of music since 2016. Some of the things that we were training in 2016 are still applicable today, right?
Today. Wow.
And let me say this: some of those companies that were imploring people to invest in back in those days, 16, 17, 18, had they put $1,000 in some of those companies, they'll be sitting on 50,000
Skyrocketed.
per thousand. It was just
Yep.
insane. So because we know it works, I mean, we've been in this stuff and we love this stuff. And we're proud to say that we've been consistent the entire way, meaning that, sometimes people will have to wait until the season to start this, right? Because people have, I don't like to use the word chaos, but world life happens to a lot of people, and they got
Yeah.
so many different directions going on. But they can rest assured that once they come to Cyber Investment, we're going to have that consistent flow. We're going to train you. We're going to show you how to make money. If we can get people to kind of tune the noise out and just come lock in with us and be patient, I think the success is going to be right around the corner. So, but that's great. And yeah, I appreciate you bringing up the fact that you went way back. We go
Yeah.
back a long way,
That's
and
awesome.
I like to say that all of the investors who came across us, our past, back in those days, come back now. Come back now because these shadow programs are amazing. And I think Sydney's even tweaking some other
Okay.
products for us to get started
Yes, a
with.
lot of
So,
products.
so
Yes.
yeah, so it's
Yep.
been exciting. She has, and I'm gonna say, Trinice, all of the organizational stuff, the product delivery. Sydney has really been architecting a lot of that stuff, right? From
Mhm.
my perspective, I brought the knowledge and the know how and the savvy. She's attaching the protocol to all that stuff, and it's just been a perfect match to deliver stories just like you have, Trini. So I mean, we're so excited when you said. I mean, you sent notes to me before about
Mhm.
great trades.
Mhm.
But I said nope. I was super busy. I said no. We got to stop and we got to celebrate and we got to throw the confetti out for you and show you that we're excited about where you are. And another thing, Trinice, this program and this company, we get excited. I don't know if you saw tears in my eyes, but as you were talking, we get excited at your successes, right? And I'm gonna challenge people that's gonna be watching this video. How many people celebrate your success, right? The way we are.
Mhm.
We're happy. We may be popping champagne in here because of your success. That's the kind of environment we want to have. We want to be different than a lot of stuff that's out here, right? A lot of things are competitive and this or that. No, 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 no. We want to help you win, and we're going to be there for you all the way throughout this entire process, Trudy. So, I mean, we're excited to have you on board, and it's just been great. I
That's
love it.
I have a question for you, Trinice.
yes.
I would like to know how your financial goals have changed, maybe how your confidence has grown or changed, and how do you view money now that you understand a concept that can print money for you, basically? How has your
Um,
mental changed a bit about around it?
I feel like I have more peace of mind because when you know that you are with a trusted brand, I would say Sid Seymour, I
Hmm.
trust you guys. And when I speak to other people, because of their trust in me, it's like I'm transferring the trust over to you.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I feel safe now financially because I don't, it doesn't, my calendar doesn't dictate what my financial position is. Now
Right.
I can just rest assured that if I just follow the system as it's in place already, I know that the sky is the limit. And
I
so, I
believe
mean,
it.
my goals have completely changed now because in our industry, it's pretty much, like most people, you're trading time for dollars.
Mhm.
So,
Hmm.
when you're in a position where you are doing options trading and also people who have trading, long-term portfolios, it's like it just gives you a sense of peace. And that I think that's the best way I could say it. But my goals have now been increased. Like
Yeah.
I have dollar specific dollar goals that I set every single day. I have my daughter's account that I work at the same time. So she's a college student. She has
Oh,
one more
great.
semester. And so I said, don't go get a job. I'm going to make
Love it.
sure that on your account, I generate you between X amount of dollars and X amount of dollars, and I will pay you
Yeah.
every single week. And so now she's like, oh, I just really gotta, I'm ready to do this option training. I'm like, hold on,
Right,
because
right.
I know she's
Patience.
an emotional creature. So I'm like, no, no, no. But I just want her to take it slow. So I'm just feeding her little
Yeah.
things by little things. And so she's ready. I think it's important for us to pass these things down, just like you passed
Right.
it to
Exactly.
Sydney. Pass it down because it's going to be a legacy, something that will this is just what we do because
Yep.
this is not
Right.
what we have done. I
That's
think
right.
about all the years of the money that I've wasted. And I was like, darn, if I would have only understood investing, if I would
Mhm.
have only understood or had access to something
That's
like
right.
the program that you guys offer. So, yes, Sydney, I got big goals, girl. I got
Yeah,
big
City wants to
goals.
know those
I'm fired
goals.
up.
What would
That's
you
so
say
exciting.
to someone who doesn't hasn't trained, I mean, hasn't traded at all or has no knowledge? How would you like talk to them and say, you need to get started with this so you can really reach that financial freedom like you expressed?
I just kind of sometimes you just have to listen to people. They tell on themselves and they tell you when they need it. So I just kind of ask my clients, I can only speak from that point. I ask them questions like, where do you see yourself in the next, 2 or 3 years? Because what's going on in our economy is very real. So if you're sitting
Say,
here today complaining about your financial position, then if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So that means you got to make
Right.
a change right now. And then you can't move scared. And
that's
it's
right.
like, sometimes you just got to trust people. But I understand the reason why people don't have a lot of trust. And it's because it's a lot of stuff going
Stuff.
on out
That's
here.
right. That's
And
right.
I love the fact that God showed me that you guys are the company that I needed to partner with. And I just encourage them to do something different and just start off small. He said, don't invest more than what you can afford to lose.
That's right.
So just put it, because listen, we're going to buy those Gucci handbags and those Louis
That's right.
Vuitton everything. So
Right.
it's like, where do you place your value in? You can't place
Right.
your value
Exactly.
in things that are not going to appreciate. This
Right.
is something that could really bless your family tremendously. And then you'll have time later on to do those things that you want to, build it up. And
That's
Yeah.
right.
then
That's right.
live off of the fruits of it.
Hmm.
Because we just don't, nobody passed anything down in my family.
That's right.
Nobody's left me anything.
That's
So
right.
it's up to us to do it right now for our children. If you don't have kids, it's up for us to do it for the people who we love and care about, even if it's just letting them know that it exists and
That's
spreading
right.
the word and planting the seed. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
love that.
Even
Yeah.
even if it's just for your own security blanket, because who knows, they'll walk in those offices and they say, "Hey, you get a letter," and then you don't
Yeah.
know what to do, and then all that fun that you've had all year doesn't mean anything to you if that next check isn't coming. So we want to let
Absolutely.
people understand that your destiny is in your own hands, and you just have to make the right decisions financially, and to help secure your future.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm excited. I thank you guys so much for just everything that you do. And I know that it's a lot of time that goes into selecting stocks because it's gazillions of stocks on the market, but
It's a
you guys
gazillion of.
actually put the time in it. And when I
That's right.
see you talking about, oh, these stocks are in the money, it's like everything that you select for us, it's like, you're not putting us in a position where we're like really like
At
it's
risk.
bad. Yeah,
That's right. I
it's
try
like I
to,
Mhm.
but here's
yeah,
the thing, Trinice. So we have, when you come to our options program, we have people at all spectrums of life, right?
right.
We have people who can get 10 contracts,
Yes.
they can make, I got people who, if they don't make, $10,000 off a trade, they're happy. Then I
Right.
got people who say, hey man, this is my last $200 for the trade for the
Yeah.
month. So I put myself in the shoes of the person with $200 only, right? So when we send things
Absolutely.
out, I'm conservative. I'm watching out for that one person who has their last 200 or $150 on a trade. So I go at it from that perspective, some maybe a little too much. And that's why we kind of introduced the hyper program to kind of unhinge
Yes.
some of our other more aggressive
Mhm.
traders. But we try to put you guys in a situation to learn,
Yes.
incrementally grow, understand the process, understand who you are as a trader, because I can think of some traders off the top of my head. We can get into a trade, it can go south the next day. I
Yeah.
got some people say, I'm not worried about that. Then I got some people who panic. I
Yeah.
like that because I like for you to figure out who you are as a trader. What they're doing inherently is becoming a better options trader. And when they're
Yes.
able to do this stuff on their own, they've gone through the experiences with cyber investments. And then you figure out your character as a trader, and then you go on for the rest of your life and generate this income that you see. Just I can ask you right now, where you made 15,000, if you had did 10 times those contracts, that could have been $150,000 yesterday,
Absolutely.
right? Yesterday, you
Absolutely.
could have made $150,000. Now, I can equate that to somebody spending an entire year, right, on a
Mhm.
job to say, hey, I have $150,000 salary. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying the power in options trading, the power in learning this stuff and knowing how to do this. So it's just
Mhm.
incredible. And we've moved in this new facility here in the
Okay.
Memphis area. We've got a great, beautiful offices. But wouldn't you know, at the very top floor of this building, it's called McCarty and Company, right, Sydney? They
Yes.
are 100% stocks in
Um,
options
um,
trading outfit right on the top floor. So I said all that to say, God led us to this building. We're in
wow.
our destiny. Having this conversation with us now, it's all part of I think, a divine plan. It was all written, right? And
Yeah.
I appreciate you for taking time out, sticking the course with us. And again, Trinice, this is not the first time you've done great on these options trades. So
Mhm.
you've had some amazing trades. We've got a lot of investors that do things like that. You're right on my Facebook page. I always tell people I got Facebook friends doing all this stuff. But I appreciate you for putting a face to it, because sometimes I'll just tag people and
Yeah.
that's it. I want the people to hear the conversation, to feel it. 15,000, y'all, in a day. How does that feel?
Yeah.
So, some people are gonna go take a part-time job. I don't want to do that. I want to be at home just like you. Look, and
Yeah.
drink your coffee, make your money,
Coffee.
call it a day.
Yeah.
Look, travel for a month. You can go. Look at Christmas coming up. Hey, say you got you just write presents and just put the name. Hey, put some more investments on those Christmas tags.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Sydney, I promise I wasn't going to take up too much of your time. So
Okay.
we can talk forever, but Sydney's going to have to uh, put this video together and get it out to our
Okay.
people. But we
Yep.
really appreciate you. We look forward to come to Atlanta to meet you in
Yes.
person and,
Yeah.
uh, and telling everybody about what we're doing. So is there anything else you want to add before we close out? Because I can talk
Well,
to you for an hour,
no.
but
I mean, hey, listen, if anybody out there is considering doing this program, I just say, pray about it and make the move. And it was one of the best decisions that I could have made for my family and I. And I'm looking forward to sharing this with as many people as I possibly can, like it's a business of mine. And because I feel like um, when you're able to share stuff with people and it impacts their life, then your life becomes significant because we can all
that's
go
right.
out here and
Mhm.
do things for ourselves. But
Correct.
when you start changing the lives of people who you don't even know, and the social media gives us the opportunity to do that, you become significant. And we want to really just, hands hand clap to Simon Investments for being a trustworthy company. And, the teaching, the education that comes from it is just can't be matched by anything.
Love it.
So
Thank you
I'm
so much.
truly excited, and you will definitely hear from me again because I'm rocking this thing, and I'm
I
trusting it,
love
and
it.
I'm joining that hyper program.
All
Like
right.
I will be in the system within the next 24 hours because your
Love it.
hyper program is just to take it to the next level, and
Love
that's
it.
what I'm
Love it.
looking forward to. Yeah.
We're excited. Thank you so much for being part of the team. Sid, do you have anything else in closing?
I just want to say it's been a pleasure speaking with you and, putting a voice to a face and to results. So it's great
Yes.
for us, as a company, but it's also great to know that we are truly helping people to achieve, that financial freedom. And, having you say you want to share this with other people, so and then you become significant, that's amazing. And I really love that idea. So it's been great
That
speaking
was
with you.
critical because let me say this in closing. To these people ask me, had that question, Ray, why are you taking time out to do this when you can just trade full time and become very wealthy?
Yeah.
Even in 2016, I had that question. But here's the thing. I figured out there is more significance in being an impact on others. There's a
Mhm.
bigger reward than another steak and another trip and maybe another car, right? Some
Yeah.
people are stuck or fixated on things, but this, what we're doing and having an impact, having you tell your children about Simon investments, that is monumental. And I think when people understand that, I think we'll give more and, we'll have a mindset of being a service or helping others. And that's what Simon Investments, the core of who we are, right there. But I mean, right here on this sign back here, it says building wealth one investor at a time. We started that in 2016 and we still feel that way. And that's what our goals are. And it really, you resonated, you hit a lot of points, Trinice, without us even saying it. But that's the point we were always wanting to make, an impact. And I think that's more significant than anything else out here. So that's great. I'm so happy for you to even say that point. That was great.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right.
Thank you
But
guys for having
all
me
right.
today.
Well,
I
thank you
Thank
so
you
appreciate
so
much.
it.
And we'll be
much.
talking soon. Okay, Trinice? Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy
All
your
right.
Thank
day.
you.
Okay.
Sure.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.